Hello, beautiful people, and welcome. In today's video, I'm going to go through some of the questions on homework number 1. Let's go ahead and get started. Just a reminder, this is a positive counter, this is a negative counter, and together we call this a zero pair. For question number 1, it says use the key above to model the values using counters. Use 4 counters, so we want a total of 4 counters to show the number 4. Since this is a positive 4, I'm going to use 1 counter, 2 counters, 3 counters, 4 counters to show the number 4. So you have 4 pluses. Use 6 counters to show the number 0. So this one, I need the value to be 0. So if I use 1 counter, 2 counters, this value is 0. If I use another 0 pair, that's still 0. And if I use one more 0 pair, that is still 0. Use 7 counters to show -1. So negative is what we want, total. So I want 1 negative to be left over. So here's my 1 negative. But I need a total of 6 counters, so I already have 1 counter. That is a -1. But I need to have 7 counters. So I'm going to throw in some zeros. Here's a 0. Here's another 0. Here's another 0. So even though I have 7 things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things, the value of it is 1 negative. Moving on to question number 4. Write an equation to represent the value of each model. Okay, this is something that I want to take a little slower just because it's a little more difficult to see. So I am going to try my best to show you. These are minuses. These right here, I don't know if it's going to show up on camera. These are pluses. So these dark ones are showing up here as pluses. That way we can see a little bit better. Okay. What it's asking you to write an equation to represent the value is it's asking, well, how many do I have here? I have 4 negatives, and I have 1, 2, 3 positives. 4 negatives and 3 positives. Now it is still asking you to write an equation, which means it has an equal sign. So I'm going to simplify these with 0 pairs. 1 negative, 1 positive, that's 0. 1 negative, 1 positive, that's 0. 1 negative, 1 positive, that's 0. And notice what's left over. We only have this right here left over, and that is -1. Okay, let's try it again. This is asking us to write an equation. So what do I have? I have 2 negatives, 2 negatives, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 positives. Let's do our 0 pairs. We have a negative and a positive, that's 0. We have a negative and a positive, that's 0. So what do I have left over? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 positives left over. Let's do one more, 6. Again, what do I have? I have 3 negatives. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 positives. Let's do our 0 pairs. Negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. And I have 1, 2, 3 positives left over. Now for these bottom 3, I am going to give you an example. These 3 you have to do on your own, but I am going to shift this aside and give you an example of how to do these. Okay, these are different questions, so let me move this off to the side. For example, if we have negative 5 plus 7. For questions number 7, 8, and 9, I'm asking you to draw an arrow. This is negative, so I need to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 7 positives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I need to see your 0 pairs. So 1 negative, 1 positive, that's a 0. 1 negative, 1 positive, that's another 0. 1 negative, 1 positive, that's another 0. 1 negative, 1 positive, that's another 0. And 1 negative, 1 positive, that's our last 0. So what is left over is 2. So what I need to see is I need to see your counters and I need to see your answer. Now I'm going to show you another way to do this, which is a little bit less messy when it comes to 0 pairs. I'm going to shift this over. So let's say we have something bigger numbers, like let's do 8. This is an example. Again, the numbers on your homework are going to be different. This is 8 and negative 12. So let's do something like this. When we show that we have 8 positives, I'm going to separate them out with some space. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to leave some space. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so there's some space there. Then I'm going to take a look at my 12 and I say I have negative 12s. Now when I write in my negative 12s, I'm going to write them next to each other. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This way you can circle your 0 pairs much easier, and you can see that you have the pluses and the minuses together, creating the value of 0. And then you have your leftover, which is much easier. So we have our answer of 4 negative or negative 4. Let's do one more example here. So let's say we have something like negative 2 plus negative 6. We have 2 negatives, so let's go ahead and do 1, 2 negatives. And I have 6 negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Notice that I do not have a 0 pair. And a 0 pair is when you have a plus and a minus together. We don't have anything. So this right here is together. No 0 pairs. So that means I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My answer is 8, but 8 what? These are negatives. All right, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful people of all types, go ahead and complete your homework. Submit your homework to Google Classroom and bring your homework in the red folder that was provided to you. Bye.